this is just gonna be like a comfy game. Like, it's not really like the gameplay itself isn't really important. So it's more like just chatting, but there's like a game playing in the background. Okay. Let me know if the audio is too loud, if it's too soft, so I can adjust it. So in context, I saw the playthrough of this game shortly after I got diagnosed with my epilepsy. So
Hi there. Thank you very much for playing.
I'm just gonna let this guy
My name
speak.
is Davey Reedon. I wrote The Stanley Parable, and while that game tells a pretty absurd story, today I'm going to tell you about a series of events that happened between 2008 and 2011.
Is it too soft or no?
We're going to look at the games made by a friend of mine named Coda.
Would you look at that?
Now, these games mean a lot to me. I met Coda
Would you look
in
at
early
that?
2009 at a time when I was really struggling with some personal stuff.
Isn't that crazy?
His work pointed me in a very powerful direction. I found it to be a good reference point for the kinds of creative works that I wanted to make. So just to start you off, this is, I think, the first game he ever made. It's a level for Counter-Strike. You can walk around here, by the way. And mostly it's just
That's
Coda
crazy, isn't
learning
it?
the basics of building a 3D environment. But what I like is that even though he starts from the simplest
I can't even b-hop. Oh,
he
damn.
then scatters these colorful abstract blobs and impossible floating crates around the level. And of
Such
course, it
as
destroys
here.
the illusion that this actually is a desert town, and instead this level becomes
Bye-bye.
a kind of calling card from its creator. It's like a reminder that this video game was constructed by a real person. And it kind of makes you wonder, what was going through his head?
Exactly. What was going through his head?
This is what I like about
I
all
wonder.
of Coda's games. I mean, not that they're all
By the way,
fascinating
it's
as
all
games,
black
but
there.
that they are all going to give us access to their creator. I want us to see past the games themselves. I want to get to know who this human being really is.
Right.
And that's exactly what we're going to do here. So, it's 2008. Coda starts making these games, and he never releases any of them.
Right.
He doesn't put them onto the internet. He
Uh-huh.
just
Very
makes them and then
strange.
immediately abandons them, and they sit on his computer forever. And I
Yeah.
think he really understood this image of himself as a recluse.
Oh,
at one
fuck.
point, he
Something
chose
got in my
to
eye.
name
Hang
his
on.
computer's recycling bin to important games folder. So, you know, this was just
Okay.
how he worked. He tended to crank them out one after
Another
other without
Coda,
even
yeah.
really pausing to try to
I'm
understand.
gonna
what he
reach
just
out
did.
after this guy
Until
finishes
suddenly
talking.
one day, he just stopped. In 2011, that was it. He made his last game, and then he hasn't made another one since. And that's
Wow, the air
why I
strafing
took
here
this
is so
opportunity
ass.
to gather all of his work
Oh, I
together.
guess this isn't
Because
actually
I find his
made
games
in the
powerful
source
and
engine.
interesting, and I'd like this collection to reach him, to maybe encourage him to start creating again. And if the people like you who play this also happen
No,
to
I
find
lit-
his work interesting, then
Okay.
I'm sure it'll just send that much
I'm just
stronger of a
gonna
message
talk
of
after
encouragement to
he
Coda.
finishes. This is a
So
long
thanks for joining
dialogue.
me on this. If you have a particular interpretation that I haven't mentioned here, or if you just need to get in touch, you can email me at
Email? Wow. I wonder how many people try to email this guy, actually.
Okay, that's about it for introduction. Let's take a look at Coda's first proper
Coda's
game.
first prop.
As each game
Dude,
is loaded,
there's something
I'll
in
show
my
you the
eye.
date that
Hang
it was
on.
completed.
I'm not
This
even
first one was
capping.
made in November 2008.
Okay, so I bet you guys have a lot of questions. Who came first? Me, Coda, or this Coda, eh? I fucking hate this game. Okay. I know this game. Totally forgot there's a Coda in this game. Aha! Another Coda, yeah. I've never seen this game before. Oh, nice. Oh, you're in for a ride, Lucy. You better get your tissues. Where were you in 2008? I was probably eating crayons. What's this game? Oh, Saber. You missed a very important part earlier. You just it's fine though. You're gonna get it soon. You're gonna get it soon. So interest no, it's fine. We just started. So interest and Sip isn't gonna talk. I'm just gonna preface this by saying the Coda here isn't me. Okay? It isn't me. But I saw I saw the playthrough of this game, and I guess I related to the character so much that I named everything online Coda. I'm not gonna speak anymore, just gonna listen. You can feel free to speak. I mean, it's fine. This is more like a just chatting stream more than anything. It's not even like a gameplay stream, so.
Warning. Whisper machine active. Shift to structure imminent.
Oopsie.
This game is called Escape from Whisper, and it's one of the more generic games you'll see from Coda.
From Coda. That's crazy. Me. Oh yeah, you can shoot, by the way.
Security call reached. Hostile alien life forms inbound.
When I first saw this, I had to
It
think
kinda
a
looks
lot.
like this game was abandoned
It made me
in
think
development.
a lot,
For instance,
actually.
You have this gun, which you'd think would indicate that there are supposed to be monsters or enemies somewhere, but then clearly there are no enemies anywhere. You can't even reload the gun when you run out of bullets. But ultimately, we don't really know. Maybe Coda thought that actually it was complete the way that it is. And I think that we should talk about his games for what they are, rather than for what they're not.
Yep.
Enemy force neutralized. Begin ship evacuation.
If you guys haven't seen
I
a
love how
playthrough
you
of this
can see
game
the
yet,
bottom of the universe from this room.
if you haven't seen a playthrough of this game yet, you're gonna be in for a treat. This is one of my favorite games of all time. And it's not even like a multiplayer game, it's a story-driven game.
Apparently, this space station has a labyrinth on it. Sure, I don't know.
Adding
There's
chat to
really no
prevent
reason for it that
spoilers.
I've ever been able to discern, so in the
I don't think
interest of
people are
time,
gonna
I'm just
spoil.
skip you on past it.
Yeah, so we can technically go back through the maze, but I'm not gonna waste your time. Yeah, actually, can I decrease the sensitivity? The sensitivity is so freaking high, dude. Also, I don't want mouse acceleration.
Okay, this is the part that's interesting. The game has this narrative about the Whisper machine and how it has to be turned off, and then you get to the engine room.
Yes. Yeah, actually, the sensitivity is a bit too low now. God damn it, I'm sorry. Okay.
Hey, you there, in the engine room. You could save us all. That beam is powering the Whisper machine.
Yeah.
You could disrupt it by introducing a great enough heat signature. If your body could stop the beam. It's so much to ask, but for all of our lives,
Would you give yourself?
would you do it?
Typical
You give yourself?
sacrificing oneself. Obviously.
Let me pause here for a second. What you just experienced, stepping into the beam and then dying, is probably what Coda had initially intended when he was developing this level. But when
Right.
he first compiles and plays it, something goes wrong. There's a bug somewhere. And this is what happens instead.
Look at that.
The beam causes you to start floating. And this is an important moment for him. Because yes, this is technically a glitch, but Coda identifies something human about it, like how small it makes you feel in the face of this larger chaotic system. Or this floating could be the afterlife, a peaceful place, juxtaposed against all of the hysteria that you've just had to traverse. I don't even know. I have no idea what he was thinking, but
I wonder.
what's clear is that after making this, something lodges itself in his brain. He wants to do more of these really weird and experimental designs. So he stops work on this and moves on to a stream of tiny little games that go in all sorts of directions. Let's go ahead and take a look at the first game he made after leaving this one behind.
Let's go. Alright, so Saber, it is confusing, but you gotta let the game cook. You gotta let the game cook. Again, a reminder, this was in a time where I just got diagnosed with my epilepsy. So obviously when you have this diagnosis, you need a lot of sleep. So a lot of the
So
times...
try walking backwards. Yep, in this game you can only walk backwards.
passes behind it. So I was gonna say, okay, I'm just gonna pause here for a second. Now let's just let the narrator wait. Basically, you know how in university a lot of hanging out or socializing happens at night, And obviously, as someone suffering from this condition, you can't go out at night. So then what the fuck do you do, you know? And they say that university is supposed to be like the most fun time of your life. Like, this is where you get to explore. This is where you get out, you know, explore your independence, make friends, have fun. But then what do you do if you're now like confined inside this condition, essentially? So just giving you some context there. Return of the Disaster Class Hero, it's so good. So because you can only walk backwards, you kind of have to like... This is actually an interesting concept for a game.
So it's a short and relatively minimalist experiment combining motion and narrative.
Why does the future
It is
keep changing?
less advanced than the previous game, but actually it seems to be more focused, more complete.
It becomes clear
a unique voice
where she stops she. Interesting. But if the future is always behind her, how will she find the strength to confront it? Okay.
It's a short little thought, it says what it wants to say, and then it ends. Didn't need anything more than that. Which to me is why it works, because it gets out quick. Okay, next one.
Spooky. You are now entering. I'm entering your mom.
And that's it. Okay, the meaning of this game won't be clear just yet. Please be patient with me for a few more games.
See, let it cook, let it cook. Makes it interesting. Coda, I'm so proud of you. Oh, come on, you're gonna make me cry, man. That's crazy.
Like this one at the start of his games.
Thank you though. Thank you for being with me so far.
I wish I'd known him at the time that he was making these early games. He would really only talk to me about his work as he was making it. Once he stopped work on a game, like, that was it. It was dead to him. And I don't agree with that at all, but what are you gonna do?
Being alive and being such a great friend, bro. Nah, thank you. Thank you for always being there. Thank you for being one of my first VTuber friends.
Once you've been slowed to an absolute crawl, the door at the top of the stairs opens. So
but then you can't get there.
If Coda's not showing these games to anyone, why bother opening the door at all? Well, to show you, I'm modifying the game here so that when you press enter, it'll bring you back up to full speed so you can enter the door for yourself.
Look at this. A game of only motivational quotes, played one after the other. Interesting. Run a shop inside your own body.
Warm and nice.
A stranger appears, that's it.
Ideas for games.
Game where you collect items. Game automatically quits when you collect them all. Ooh. Only posters and concept art showing what the game is intended to be.
Mind if people thought of him as
you are a gate. Press U to surrender.
He was actually a vibrant and compassionate person, but that it takes time to really see that. It can be a very slow climb to get there.
Screaming to a mic every 15 seconds to keep playing. That's a streamer game. Or on talking people down. Oh wow. I'm gonna ready, set, fish. This is what I'm telling you just gotta let the game cook, you know? This is my gift back to the community.
Well, this is new for Coda.
Hey.
It's an actual puzzle. Go ahead and see if you can solve it.
Fuck, something... Okay, I'm not even capping. There's something in my eye. It's not like an excuse or anything. There's literally something in my eye. Hey.
Don't forget that solution, because we're going to see this puzzle again soon.
There's like these 3 dots that we're gonna see later. Yeah, so I hope you guys find this game interesting so far.
Right? You walk down a corridor, you solve a puzzle, you get to the end. Simple enough. All right, now I'm going to modify the game again so that when you press enter, it'll remove all of the walls from this room.
Would you look at that? That's crazy. Look at that. All those hallways.
How about that? There was more to it than we had any way of knowing. I actually find it funny that this game comes
Actually
after the Stairs
crazy.
game, since they essentially convey the opposite idea. So, in the Stairs game, a dull exterior concealed a rich
Look.
interior. And then, in this level, a dull interior hides this fantastic outer world. Either way, I think that the point is the same, is that most of the time you don't get to know what you're missing, or even that you're missing anything. That's not your role as a player. So if your role here is not to understand, then what is it?
I wonder. See, it makes you think. If you keep watching, if you let the game cook, you're gonna come out of this experience feeling something. I remember the first time I played this, I really like it left me thinking. You are now exiting. So remember two games ago, it was you are entering.
This, combined with the entering game from earlier, tells us that Coda believes his games are connected somehow. It could even be that the Stairs game and the puzzle game are literally connected in between this and the entering game. There's a bigger picture that all of his games are meant to play a role in, some larger meaning that we won't be able to grasp until we've seen all of them. And once we have, we can step back and start to understand what exactly that bigger picture is.
You see a psychologist or sociologist or someone else's stuff. It'll be really interesting. Is this horror though? No, it's not horror. It's not horror. It's a game that makes you think. It's not horror at all. It already seems like it's capable of cooking. Just grab a snack, go under your blanket and enjoy, you know?
Every video game runs on what's called an engine, which determines what the game can and cannot do.
Nice to meet you,
So in other words,
Rhoda.
the engine
Nice to
is
meet you,
a set of
Coda.
tools for game development.
Whoa.
To make all of these games,
Wait.
Coda is using an engine called Source.
Whee.
Like all engines, Source has certain things that it does well, and it
Imagine
has
if you
certain
fall
things that it
here.
does poorly.
Can you die?
One of the things
I actually
that it
don't
does
know.
very
Let's try
well
that.
is boxy linear corridors.
I actually don't know if you can
That's
die
why
here.
so many of Coda's games are set in these large, flat, empty rooms.
Nope.
Is just because he's working with what the engine does well.
I'm gonna sip a bit of water to let the narrator talk.
The
Oh
tools
no.
available to
Okay,
the
okay.
creator shape what kinds of creative
I'm gonna let the
works
narrator
you end
talk.
up making. You might consider paying attention to the architecture in Coda's games to notice how they seem to stem from an engine that's very good at producing linear, boxy corridors.
Oh, sorry. That wasn't because of me being tired. I just need to get this fucking thing out of my eye. I don't know what this is. It's only horror if you think of life's journey as horror. True. Simp is sniffing Sachin. Oh my god. Death. No, this isn't about death. You should just let it go. Just let it go. This is very unique in concept. The guy talking, by the way, is the developer for Stanley's Parable. So. These look like cells? Prison cells? Yeah, I actually don't remember the majority of these games. I can't. Are they? Wait, what? Oh. Oh, GG, okay.
Funny enough, in Coda's original design, the doors stayed shut for a full hour.
Interesting
before
name,
letting
huh?
you go.
It's
If you don't mind,
Coda.
I think we're gonna skip that. This is something that he and I used to argue about a lot. You know, whether a game will
Right.
actually be playable, whether it means anything if no one can get through it. And I would always defend that, you know, all this work goes into the game, why not make it playable and accessible? And so we just got into heated arguments over it, and there was one time that after one of these conversations, he went home, and a day or two later, he sent me a zip file entitled Playable Games that was full of hundreds of individual games, each of
Can I
which
go
was
here?
just an empty box that you walked around in and nothing else. Believe me, I played every single one of those just to find out if there was like a gag hidden somewhere.
If nothing else, Coda is really good at interior design. I would love to have a house like this. Actually, no, what am I even saying? But they look so pretty though. Oh, those three dots again.
It's the puzzle again.
Hey, this puzzle
with
again.
the exact same solution as the last time. There's still no clear indication of what makes this puzzle so special that Coda is going to return to it over and over. But I promise I'll share with you my interpretation very shortly.
What is this? Oh. You there? Did you come from up above?
Here,
What was
Coda
up there?
begins using a kind of dialogue system that he fashioned out of the engine's chat capabilities. Use the 1, 2, 3 buttons on your keyboard to respond.
Right. There was a world stamped with whiteness. Enormous prison I spent hours in. And there were these floating colored blocks. There was a world stamped with whiteness. That's a world above. You've been there. I have, yeah. Did you have to get through a puzzle with 2 doors and switches? Yes, I did. That was literally the last thing I did before coming here. Solve, tell us a solution, tell us how to get to the other side. Isn't that crazy? It's almost as if this reflects the journey of someone who's doing content creation or anything in life, right? Sometimes you just want someone to tell you how to get to the other side, how to get to the other side of a debut, right? How to get to the other side of an audition. That's crazy. Trust me, you don't want to go over there. Okay, it's probably the most accurate one. We need to get there. It's the most important thing in the world. We need to escape this prison. It must be an ending. Something I want more. Yeah. I actually don't remember the majority of this game, so I'm also kind of as blind as you guys. Hello, did you get here? Was there a puzzle you had to pass through? Do you want to know how to solve it? Oh. No, we actually find the blank space between the doors to be far more interesting. Have you seen it yet? It's like the kind... I feel like these people are the kind of people that say like, you know, hard work was the whole point. Stuff like that. Why would I care about the space between the doors? Which is fine. Yup. You will see it again soon. Right, okay.
And so we make one last descent down to the final floor of the level.
Pretty textures. Is this like a school?
It's a lamppost. Okay, I can't tell you quite why, but for some reason Coda fixates on this lamppost. It's going to appear at
Oh, I'm
the
having a
end of
great
every
day,
single one of his games
Mokaba.
from here on
I hope
out.
you are having a great day too.
I'll tell you what I think. I think that up to this point, you know, he's been making really strange and abstract games with no clear purpose.
Right.
And maybe you can only float around in that headspace for so long.
Yeah.
Because now he wants something to hold on to. He wants a reference point. He wants the work to be leading to something.
Yeah.
He wants a destination, which is what this lamppost is. It's a destination. We're going to see it in the work as well. His games are just going to become a lot more cohesive, a lot more fully developed, with more of a clear idea behind them. And as we go, that idea will get clearer and clearer and clearer.
It's almost as if it's a direct comparison of me making random videos and then working towards a debut. That's crazy, isn't it? Helping my mom build a shed. I hope it was fun. Coda, I think the reason we're all silent is because we're all as immersed as you are. Okay. I'm happy that you think that way. I hope that you'll be able to take something out of this. So it said just now that, you know, these notes are left behind by other players, right? Nice room, not.
So first off, I'm sure you can deduce
How do you beat this
but
game?
This game is not connected to the internet.
According to this.
All of the notes that you're gonna see have been written by Coda. This was actually the first game of his that I ever
What
played.
the fuck?
This was shortly after I met him at a weekend game jam in Sacramento.
That's what I said.
where
Holy
grew
shit.
up.
You
I
guys
saw
hear
him working
me?
on this very level, and it was just so different
Hello.
from anything that anyone else was doing. So right away I
Reasonable.
was like, I have to be friends with this person. In retrospect, I think I was probably a bit too pushy, trying to get his attention.
Once
I
upon a
was
time I did.
over-enthusiastic. But he was very gracious about it and very patient with me. And I cooled off.
What is that? I don't-
Feel free to skip over any of these notes if they're not doing anything for you.
What the
Nothing
shit is
extra's
this
gonna happen
cavern?
If you read all of them.
Yeah, so I was gonna say, I'm
Either
just gonna
way,
walk.
To me, they convey a sense of loneliness. I see this person who's filled with thoughts and feelings and beliefs and has no way to express
Ooh.
them except as scattered and unheard voices in a game that wasn't meant to be played.
This is me.
But it's ironic, isn't it? That in
Okay.
playing this game and seeing how alone Coda often felt, that we get to know him better and actually kind of connect with him. And I have to be honest with you, this idea is really seductive to me. That I could just play someone's game and see the voices in their head and get to know them better and have to do less of the messy in-person socializing.
Oh my god.
I could just get to know you through your work. I think this is why I always liked Coda's games so much.
Right.
Is because it felt like they let me have that connection.
Mm.
I felt as though he was inviting me personally into his world. And then I feel less lonely too.
Interesting. Yeah, I need to pee again. I'm so sorry to break the immersion, but I'm actually gonna pee myself. Hang on. Sim was about to cry. The game sits a bit too close to exactly. That's the whole point. How did you plan the series to be like? Just like a couple of weeks ago, because I was thinking of karaoke actually, but then I remembered of this game. The comments made me like sad. I'm just curious. I'm losing it. I'm so into this game. Exactly. That's what I told you. Believe me, you just gotta let it cook, you know? Okay, hang on. The game is too close to home. Exactly. Crazy. I just got back. Yeah, I was. Wait. Okay, the text is gone. Yeah, I was in the toilet just now. My bad. I'll listen to the other notes. Sympathetic with people that have this kinds of experience. You're so guilty having a nice and normal life. No. I'm glad that, you know, painting. What does it mean? Doesn't mean whoever made this has issues. No. I mean, I bet you also have your own issues, same. So I feel like you shouldn't be guilty of having a great life, you know? Just be happy, man. I'm happy if you're happy. I'm here now. We're all here now. Reason for it. Why are we talking about piss? Not the urine with the prey emote.
At the end of this level, we're going to see the puzzle again. And here, I'll tell you what I think the puzzle means. Each of these games represents an idea that was on Coda's mind at the time that he was making it. And the puzzle is a way of closing the door on a previous chapter of his life before moving on to the next one. In each of his games,
Oh my god,
after
the
exploring a theme
BGM.
that, he might find difficult, Coda can then place this puzzle that he knows has a reliable solution, he understands exactly how it works, and so it gives him a simple mechanism for moving on.
Oh my god, oh, come on.
And because there's this dark area between the doors, a space between spaces, before
What
you
is
move
this
on,
sound?
you get to pause.
Oh fuck, what is this? Oh no.
To reflect on
Oh no.
the events that led you here.
Oh,
Step back and connect the
oh,
pieces together
goosebumps.
to grasp at that elusive bigger picture.
Are you there? Please say something. It could be anything. Say something. Talk to me, please. We're having some talking. Speak. Porn stars.
Okay, this
What
one is
a
tough.
title. What a
It's gonna
title.
kind of just spin its own wheels for a few minutes. Hang with it.
Okay. Porn stars die too. What the? Those were typewriters. What are you supposed to do? I can't. What? Oh. See, if not anything else, Coda is such a good interior designer, you know? Like the kind of textures he picks and everything. Makes you feel really cozy. Like, look at this. It's like a hotel almost. Are we supposed to go here?
See, like, this is it. The
Oh.
whole game. And there's nothing that's particularly interesting about it. You just walk to the end of a hallway. Except, for some reason, Coda gets really fixated on this prison that has all of this modern furniture. And I don't know why, but he decides he needs to revisit this prison.
Okay.
He's gonna start over, use the same assets, turn it into something else. Okay, cool. Here's version 2.
Let's go. Oh, no furniture. Okay, where did it go? Center of the room. TV with surround sound. It gives you the original furnitures back no matter what you choose, right? 10 stoves. Yeah, yep. Yeah, the interior is great. Exactly, right? 10x12 recessed electric 6-inch soft LED ceiling lights with fluorescent trim. Yeah, sure. Okay. So the last one. You need a table? We already have a table. I'm pretty sure none of my choices are making any difference. There we go. We're in IKEA.
There's a bit more to this one, but still, it's
We're
not
literally
really
in IKEA,
anything.
okay.
It's kind of just weird for weirdness' sake.
Okay. Nice. All these assets
okay,
are
he throws
okay.
it out and starts over.
Okay.
This time he comes at the prison idea from a different direction.
Please walk forward. This guide will enable you to escape any prison. Is right. Follow the instruction quickly. Okay. Click on this table. Photo frame and then click to turn it slightly. Turn the floor lamp in this room off, then turn it back on. Is it this one? Left side sofa, move it over a little. Funny touch the shelves. Real prison, the escape not open. Return to start and you'll be taken back to the prison. Okay. Return. So table, fucking painting. What?
And of course, now the table is gone and you can't begin the chain of events to escape.
I see. Well.
Here's a version where there are no bars, but you can't actually get to the well. And then a version where the inside of the prison is the outside and the outside is the inside. Let me just blink you real quick through a few more of these. I mean, he really unloaded on this prison.
What the oh, in the well. We're in the well.
Personally, I think it's awful to watch this. To see a person basically unraveling through their work.
Right.
And for what? Like, at what point do you just go, maybe there are game ideas other than this prison that I could be working on? But Coda doesn't have that voice telling you to stop. That particular mechanism of defense against yourself. Without it, you just spiral. And so he keeps going and going and going and going and going. And then he hits on something. And he likes it. And that's it. He's done. He stops making prisons. This is the very last version of the prison game that he created. And the reason I think it works is that the prison is not actually in it.
Interesting. Wait, let me charge my phone real quick. Okay, I hope that works. Okay, the wireless charging works. Oh, we see another lamppost. Oh, I love this environment. Just the only missing thing here are the stars. Imagine just like lying down, stargazing. All the cicadas. It's just empty. Oh shit. Hello? Who is this? Hey, it's me. I'm you after you escaped the prison. You're me? So you're trapped in this prison too? I was in the furniture maze.
It's a conversation. And so this is what Coda wants, is to be able to talk to someone, to share what's on his mind, and to get some good advice from someone who knows.
That's where I'm at
The
right
irony
now.
is that even in this scenario, you're still talking to
Yeah.
yourself. You know, all of these games so far are Coda talking to himself.
What it's like to escape. Finally forgetting what being in a prison was like. Stargazing. Oh yeah, you are a stargazing wolf. Let's go. Only a few minutes. Most desperate thing I've ever been through. How could you possibly forget it? I promise you, it's not as bad right now as you think it is. Did you get a call from another version of you when you were trapped? No, I think I'm the first person to call back. Can you tell me how to get out? Maybe I can come find you. What do I have to do? Just talk to me. Talk with me for a bit. What? That'll free me? How does that work? Promise it works. Okay, I can talk. Let's just talk for a bit. Will you be here? I'll be here for as long as you need.
I can see why he considers this a fitting conclusion to the prison games. After all of the obsession and frustration, just to be told by someone you can trust that things are going to be okay. Wouldn't that be nice?
The prison story hits really close to me on a personal level. I can't pinpoint though. Personally, I can. Oh yeah, I can pinpoint it. Yeah.
Talking to someone other than himself.
I can pinpoint it. Yeah, because especially as content creators as well, sometimes you do feel like you're in that prison. You know, like you keep trying the same concepts, or like you try to change it around a little bit. You just keep doing that over and over and over and over again, without knowing if you're ever going to escape the prison. And I think that's what Coda here is also feeling. And, you know, just knowing that there's a version of you out there that has escaped. I feel like that's, and they're also calling you, and now you can converse with that person that has escaped. I feel like that's a really, like, you know, powerful experience that Coda wants to convey in his games. Yeah, so I feel like as content creators, especially, like, you can absolutely relate to this, you know?
To me, this environment is meant to represent Coda's puzzle, with the two doors on either side and a dark transitional space.
Two doors. Oh, with Coda, yeah. Thanks for the hugs. Well, my goodness, I'm glad as all heck that you showed up. Thought I might be having to clean this entire house by myself, and right miserable would have been. Everyone knows lonesome hands make lousy homes. And lousy homes make homeowners.
The art is a step up from previous games, including this new and improved chat system, which he started using from this point on. From here on out, he begins putting much more effort into the visual polish of his work, and this particular game took 2 months to create as a result.
Clear the table. The song is really nice. Turn to bed and make the bed. Sure. Where's the bedroom? There we go. Straighten the rug a little bit. Sure. How do you end up doing this job? It's in the middle of nowhere. Okay. Okay. Demons aren't ready to face yet. Speaking of demons, someone's put this couch in all a mess. Straighten the pillows. Sure. The song is really nice, yes, I know. Spill a drink by the couch. Would you mop it over? Oh, here. Personal insight. You okay with that? Make it especially cheesy. No. Damn. No, it's stupid. Sorry, never mind. Hey, this dish needs to be washed. Why didn't you come do that? I feel like a lot of the times people say that, like, no, it was stupid, sorry. It's because they've told that shit so many times in real life, only for people to, you know, to tell them that it's stupid. And now that they want to tell someone about how they feel, they're like sort of stopping themselves before they even start. Visually pleasing, yeah. It's really comfy, you know? The tub. All human, yep. Scrub it up. Books. Oh, here. Roger that. We're doing this all over again.
After the intense set of prison games, this house cleaning level almost feels like cleansing. It's the moment after a particularly difficult or traumatic experience where you just need to let it sit and digest inside of you, and eventually cohere into something meaningful.
Right. Do these chores ever end? Darling, let me tell you something. Whatever work you do, you absolutely got to own it. Otherwise, it owns you. That is true. Future chores to future you. Present you wants to smooth out the rug in the bedroom, believe it or not. Trust me on this one.
I know that Coda really liked this game.
Yeah.
Of all of his work, actually, this was the only one that he called me up to ask me to come over and look at it. This was during a period of a few months where he was like grossly happy.
Grossly
all the
happy.
time. Just
Damn.
walked around with a constant smile on his face.
The rug in the back bedroom. Oxymoron. So amazing. Uncomfy like an oxymoron. Interesting. Said the tub has gotten dirty. Earlier when I said I had a really cheesy thought, one's house is a lot like one's soul. Take care of it and take care of... Yeah. That's not cheesy. Yeah. That's not weird. But there's a bit of truth in it, no? Yeah. Anyway. So, housekeeping. Let's keep doing this. Books, would you please clean up the books? Thanks. The song is so good. Oh, shit.
I'm glad he made this. I'm glad he found some peace.
Question. Do you enjoy this?
It can't last.
Yep.
The music stops, your companion is gone.
That's crazy.
It's time to leave. The door at the top of the hill is now open as well. Again,
Right.
You can't stay in the dark space for too long. You just can't. You have to keep moving. It's how you stay alive.
Can confirm that feeling sucks when your problems get called stupid. Yeah, exactly, right? Or some sort of way to misdirect the viewer. Well, the only way to know is to watch. Hey,
Which
the
is the whole
lamppost.
point of the puzzle doors, right? That sooner or later you have to pick up and move. I really thought that was the point of it.
I should commission art maybe of new Coda standing under the lamppost. Items you love at members only prices. Okay. Hey, it's me back in university. God damn. Was it to improve your life? Get a better job. Okay, Andrew Tate, goddamn. Red herring type thing? Yeah, maybe. You came here to be perfect. Okay. People in life do like a thing. Now, wow, this person is a better human being than I am. Right now, who do you think about that way in your own life? Who do you know who is so well developed as a person that they make you feel disgusted with yourself? Compared to whom you feel useless, selfish, ungrateful. I intend to make you into that person. Perfection is within your grasp. What kind of speech is this? This is easy.
About halfway through the game, the perspective shifts.
Whoa, look at that. You can't even choose options 2 and 3. You can only choose option.
You play
Wow.
as the teacher. And suddenly, you discover that your teacher is just as bigoted and
I still love you, it's just that you make me feel cold on the inside. Being alone makes you awful. Oh. Can I go to the black hole? Questioning yourself, you're not doing it right. Drinking is not hurting my life. Thank goodness all of you perceive me as being wise. Wow. Drinking water, surely. This is for you. Ew, I'm developing cis gross. Easiest, simplest pathway. No. That's not what you have to pick. Just kidding. Do some no. Do what is easiest, do what's simple. No, that's not what you do. That is absolutely not correct. It's probably the nothing, no one.
I felt pretty hard for this one. I feel like it's
Perfection.
one of the most relatable experiences that you can have. To assume that some other person is perfect and totally fulfilled in every way, and completely miss all of the little flaws that make them painfully human. I think about this game a lot these days.
I think about this game a lot. Especially when I first saw it. Stage. Ooh.
This one took a lot longer than all the others for Coda to make. It was 4 months between
Oh,
this and the last
I can see why.
That's twice as long as it took him to make any other game before this. And it's not like it's particularly complex, so I remember I found
Oh my god, that scared me.
strange at the time.
Performance is beginning. Places, please. In this scene, you'll be playing as me. Yeah, that scared me too. Don't worry. We're at the gathering of professionals. Leaning against this wall. Okay. XYG jumped. Same. Photographer of animals. It's your dream to photograph animals professionally. But one chance to learn something from her to gain something to succeed. Go on, say something. Isn't this almost like auditioning to Hololive? Or auditioning to Niji Sanji? Right? This is... The SFX is... Although I've worked in theater, the SFX is crazy. Hello. Hello? That's it? That's not a conversation. You need to actually converse with her. Be a human being. Do it again. I like you. I got myself dinner. Oh, that's great, Salty. I hope mine comes soon. I was reserved, but I knew what I wanted. I was confident. For some reason, it was just one moment, but I was confident. Oh, the music is steadily going louder. The sound design is crazy. Some props to work. These cones that bounce when you touch them will represent the people nearby, okay? Beam. Boom. Bum. Now talk to her again. You must... What are some sacrifices you've had to make? I feel like asking questions is you messing it all up again. You figure out if the conversation gets that personal that quickly. Do you not realize how important this was for me? I'll never get another opportunity like this again. Everything was riding on this. It really reminds me of the first time I auditioned. It's crazy. And we're on a stage as well. And instead of asking, the person just retreats back into the lamppost. That's crazy. I keep... Oh, yeah. Yeah. Instead of actually going for it, the person just goes back in and...
This eerie premonition of what's going to happen next
Wow.
in Coda's life. The solution to social anxiety, to fears of having to perform and having to chase success, the answer for Coda is to withdraw, to hide himself away. Which is what leads to scenarios like the stairs that slowed you down several games ago, where it just becomes harder and harder to access Coda's inner landscape because he keeps retreating. He just keeps backing away from possible connections to anyone other than himself. And to be honest, I didn't consider it very healthy when I first played this game. You know,
There's no like self-harm, by the way. There's it's not, that's not in the game, so
and that wasn't what I wanted for him or for his games. Because I feel
yeah,
like
kind
of
of.
games are inviting me to connect with this person, to bring him closer.
Moving backwards, yeah. I mean, you don't have to move backwards, right? But if you want to see the gates, you kind of have to move backwards.
Coda went off and took another 5 months to make a new game.
Yeah, if you guys worried that there's like self-harm or anything, it's not like there's no themes of that in the game, so don't worry about that. To Mobius, to play this game properly, you must keep your eyes closed. Click the beginning of the game. Okay. Keep my eyes closed. Still keeping my eyes closed. I don't feel like I should be keeping my eyes closed. Do we... Can I open my eyes? Should I open my eyes? Fuck it, I'll open my eyes. Whoa, 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 what is this? Okay, well, we're fucked. What's going on? I can't see anything. Captain, what do we do? What's going on?
Probably open your eyes if you have.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
It's pretty much impossible to solve otherwise. And there is a solution, by the way.
Wait, what? Tell me how to solve it. Oh, we're on the Whisper. We're on the Whisper machine. Do something. How? How? Wait, actually, how? Wait, what? Wait. Okay, so we can do something. Help, I'm blind. Oh, there's this. Truth? Speak something that is honest. Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, Sakota is basically suffering from burnout, right? What ideas?
Like I said, I was getting concerned. First off, he's never been this explicit in his work about exactly what he's thinking. So,
I thought it was gonna be easy. Oh,
but then even weirder, his work has potentially stopped being an outlet for him. Not like he's having trouble iterating on ideas, but he literally just can't think of new ideas anymore. And in person, he was being a lot more distant than usual.
Right.
You know how sometimes a person will just deflect anything that you say in order to keep themselves disconnected all the time? It was that kind of thing. Here was the point in my relationship with Coda where I really started to wonder if he needed my help in some way.
Right.
His games are going to get more desperate from here on out. After this game, it's almost 6 months before he finishes something.
I wonder what Coda does full-time as a job, you know? But we're forced, but then like, now you want to... Exactly, yeah. This is getting very personal, pretty much. So if this is getting way too uncomfortable for you, feel free to, you know, check out. Thank you so much for coming to debut anyway. But, you know, this is basically just me trying to, you know, tell my explain or not explain, tell myself or express myself to you guys. You know, this is me, you know. Big door, yeah, the big door is flying towards us. Where am I? I pressed the wrong button, it's fine. How do I get out of here? Oh, here we go. How lovely. It's been a long time since I talked to anyone. Okay. What's wrong? You look lost. Skyblock. I'm completely out of ideas. There we go. Oh no. What's happened? Did something change? There was a machine that kept me going and it stopped. Okay. It isn't far, okay. You have to take me to it. Okay.
If the last game
Guard by
featured
difficult
Coda talking
puzzle.
explicitly about his creative frustrations, this one turns it up to 11.
Okay.
Now, put yourself in my shoes playing this. Here's a friend whose work is exhibiting
Tori
signs
Gate.
of struggle, frustration, anxiety, depression, even. And yet, still, he keeps making games. He keeps throwing himself into the grinder, even when he clearly doesn't have the energy for it.
Oh, this again.
Why?
I remember.
What is it for?
What do you think? Hey, I recognize this.
From my perspective at the time, and just what I knew of him, this was a result of how isolated he was. He was in his own little bubble, just sitting at his computer all day, not really showing these games to anyone, not releasing them onto the internet, and
Close
so
the first
he didn't
door.
have anyone outside of himself to connect with. He had no outlet to ground himself on.
Alright, what's next? Press the switch here. I'm really enjoying this. I'm glad to hear that.
You can't
Way too invested
talk
to leave.
yourself out of loneliness.
Way too interesting.
work
I
that
know,
way.
right?
You can't be the one writing both the questions and the answers.
Oh my
Then there's
God.
no movement. Then there's no circulation. If all of your anxieties are being channeled into your work,
Can
then if the
I-
work ever
no.
fails, you have no backup and you're just going to crash.
Oh, fuck. Oh, I want to start back. You have to say that your work is fun and easy. You have to say that game development is simple and joyous and you love it 100% of the time. Sure, make games. Oh my god. That feels wonderful. But it wasn't true. Just keep talking. Keep saying that creation is easy. It's easy. It never stops being. Floating color. It's me, I'm you. Press the switch here.
Seeing
What's
this
the
game
first
at the time
store?
that he made it looked really unhealthy to me.
It's such a simple
I was
solution.
watching him do this to himself, and I hated it. I hated seeing him so trapped. It's like video games are not worth this amount of suffering.
TV
This
surround
is someone I
sound.
really cared about. And I used to get so
Oh,
much
these are our
joy at
choices.
seeing
The
him
choices that we made.
For him to suddenly become
Oh.
angry and frustrated like this.
Oh no,
was the
actually,
worst
those
thing.
weren't choices we made. It always pays off eventually. Is that someone sobbing? Oh my god.
This is what I felt at the time. I don't know how else to explain it.
Oh shit.
I wanted it to stop more
Is
than
that Coda?
anything. I had never felt so rotten. I needed more than I had ever needed anything.
Oh my
for
god.
This to stop. But it didn't stop. After finishing this one, Coda takes another 7 months and comes up with a new game.
7 months. That's a long time, you know. Oh, the machine. Okay, here we go. Hello, Mr. Guard. You captured the machine. It's waiting for you now. You can begin the interrogation whenever you like. I intend to be quick. Very good. Called up rest, so we might have a bit of attention on this one. Should know about the machine. It calls itself Coda. Oh my god. No pictures, no pictures, no pictures. Is this a machine? Oh, those are the same 3 dots?
And of
Or...
course, it's the machine.
Oh, that's ominous. You stopped. Your work was keeping us alive? So this is the, sort of the creativity engine of Coda, right? It's only make it through every day. You need to admit, I've been so alone, maybe? Apologize for leaving me. Oh, I see. I see what's happening here. No? Nothing? Nothing? Alright then, I'll apologize to the people on your behalf. My followers? It falls to me to deliver bad news. The machine will not apologize to us. We do not need its games. So is this Coda apologizing to the players? For the creativity machine stopping? We will destroy the machine or everything the machine has ever created? No, neither. Oh, frick. Machine, maybe? I don't know. Oh, no. Oh, no. Do I shoot? Okay, that's crazy. Coda, I'll make sure you are known forever. At least make it less sad. Every day is seen in naked clarity.
So now the work is becoming self-destructive. And I'll tell you, at the time that I first played this game, shortly after he made it, here's what I'm thinking to myself. I'm thinking that Code is stuck in his own head, and that it's having a very negative effect on him, and that all he needs to do is just
That sound alert, bro.
to get some actual feedback on his games. It might get him out of isolation.
Oh shit, the typewriter.
So, as I'm thinking this, I realized that I could be the one to initiate it. Because it would never occur to Coda to start actively soliciting feedback, so what if I did it for him? If he could see the difference it would make to have more actual conversations with other human beings, would that bring him out of his mental spiral?
Maybe.
Would it give him confidence in himself? Would it bring meaning back into his work?
Oh, there's no crosshair. That sucks. Oh, not this room. Oh, this room was so nice. Oh shit, we fell.
So I started showing Coda's work to people. I took this one, and the island.
I think we're Coda interrogating Coda's creativity. Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Just leading the world at this point. Yeah,
I brought them
it's...
to people that I knew and trusted. I asked their opinions. And the great part is that they really loved his games.
So...
The point of it all was just to give him some external reference point, but they genuinely loved his work. There was nothing for him to be afraid of.
Oh, another cutscene. So Davey basically showed Coda's work without his or her consent to other people. Put down your weapon. It's down, it's down. Oh! I can't move.
Can you
I can't
see
move.
why I felt like this was the right thing to do? Because it's the thing that I always feel like I need. To be told that my work is good. That I am good. When someone really connects with a thing that I've made, when they see themselves purely in my work, there's nothing that feels better. And I got to give that very same feeling to my friend. I did something... I really felt like I'd done something good. Like I was a good person. I felt like there was a friend who was in trouble and was unhappy and maybe didn't like themselves, and I could fix it. If I could give him this gift, maybe I could fix the problem. When they told me how much they enjoyed his games, it was the best feeling. It was the absolute best feeling. It made me feel so happy. So beautifully, beautifully happy.
That's crazy. I don't remember this game being this sad. What?
So anyway, Coda finishes this game, and then really he just kind of takes off for a while. So this is June of 2011, and I didn't hear anything from him for several weeks, I guess. And so out of nowhere, one day I get an email, and it's got a private link to a new game of Coda's. This one is called The Tower, and to my knowledge, it's the last game that Coda ever made. So let's take a look.
All right, let's go. Oh, dude, damn it. Dude, my pizza got canceled. What am I gonna eat now? Oh my god, that's actually crazy. No. Pizza canceled. Okay, no, I know what I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna order that real quick. Sorry, hang on. No, 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 no. Hang on, hang on. Wait, why can't I? Oh, no, 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 no. Cancel, cancel, cancel. Sorry, here we go. There we go. Okay. Ramen it is? Nah. Everything is closed. Ramen is also closed. Anashi? I mean, Anashi isn't here though. I would go for ramen, but ramen is also closed. If only we picked ramen at the start.
This is where I have trouble saying anything meaningful about Coda's work. Because more than anything else, the tower just feels distant. It feels like it's trying to distance itself from the world.
A huge comment? Sure, sure, sure. I feel like this is a game worth talking about, you know? Wow.
This room actually has a maze in it.
Oh my god.
Except that all the walls of the maze are invisible. And then every time you touch one of the walls, there's this awful flashing and noise. So the experience is really miserable. The game goes beyond not being meant to be played. It actually seems to despise the player for trying to play it at all.
Yeah.
But I do want to show you the rest of the levels, so when you're ready to continue, press enter and I'll put a bridge over the maze.
There we go. Damn, no textures, bro. Oh. Oh my god, those are all stairways. Oh, the BGM is so.
Like this is the first game that's needed some modification to be playable.
Yeah.
Like the house cleaning game. You know, that one used to actually loop the cleaning chores and you just cleaned a house forever. I had to cut it off so that you could exit the house and the game would actually end. But that game had an idea that it was actually trying to communicate. What's the
Yeah, it was so evil actually. The red flashes. That was so foul.
The only way past this challenge is to randomly guess the 6-digit code. Like the invisible maze, it's frustrating to me because it's the opposite of everything else that Coda has made.
Right.
It doesn't encourage thought or engagement. It doesn't ask anything of me except
imagine if I got it.
Time.
No.
If I could have reached him during this time, then maybe I could have asked him, but I couldn't. I still don't really understand why this is here. I'll put the code on the ground for you here though so that we can move on.
151617. Come on. There we go. This is literally like that star rail puzzle, like in Penacony. Oh.
The switch to open this door is actually on the other side of the door, meaning that it's literally impossible to solve from this side. So even if you somehow brute forced your way through the first 2 challenges and you got to this point, there's actually just no way to progress. And it's scary for me, the idea of Coda cutting himself off entirely.
Yeah.
Just saying, you know, that's it, that's the end of the conversation, not giving me any way to fix the problem. I feel like a failure, I guess, when I can't fix the problem.
I feel like this story is as about Coda as much as it is about Davy. Davy being the narrator, you know? Shout out to my cousin, once somehow guessed the verification. Wow.
Was I a failure for not understanding this game?
This is.
I don't know why I would be. It's not like everything needs to have a solution, but I feel it somehow.
Yeah.
I feel like I failed, and I don't understand why. I remember, it's June of 2011. I'm playing this for the very first time. And as I'm playing, I'm thinking to myself, I don't know this person. I have no idea who this person is. It wasn't the guy I knew. It wasn't my friend. I had come to so many conclusions from looking.
This guy keeps using he and she interchangeably. Interesting.
I had been trying to, though.
Maybe
That was the thing. For years, I was trying to get to know him, to understand who he actually was and what he stood for.
Yeah.
I asked him so many times to please just tell me what his games mean to him. I asked him please to tell me what the 3 dots
Oh, the 3 dots, remember?
I just felt so strongly that if I could have connected with him, that if I could have somehow made his work my own, that I would finally be once and for all happy. It was that I needed to see myself in someone else. I needed to be someone other than me.
The story just gets deeper and deeper. Good morning, how's you going?
Felt somehow like I had failed.
Yeah. It's been one of the debuts of all time. We went through so many emotions.
Where did I screw up?
Yeah. I told you, just...
I'm the reason that you stopped making games, aren't I? It's because of what I did.
One of the times whether you think I'm making these games for you.
I don't think I ever told you this, but when I took your work and I was showing it to
You're so infected in my personal space as possible. I did between games.
As though I were responsible for something.
So answer meaning wouldn't make you any happier. You stopped taking my games and showing
the people who played them. They treated me like
keeps you safe.
I was important. They really listened and cared about what I had to say. Even though I was showing your work, I felt good about myself. Finally, for a moment, while I had that, I liked myself.
My jaw fucking dropped. I forgot that this was a twist. Stop adding lampposts to them. So the lampposts were never there in the first place. It's all Davey, man. He was the one adding it. Whoa. Yeah, I completely forgot that that was a thing. This was so long ago.
And then you stopped, and I didn't have anything left to show people.
Feel physically ill.
I just had to be with myself.
Cannot give it to you. I literally do not have it.
As that happened, there was no feeling at all.
What is this?
Nothing. Less than nothing. What is
Damn.
that?
Coda, please. Please come back to us, Coda. I think this Coda needs a hug, right? This Coda here just needs a big old hug. Wait, what? Oh, struggling to come up with new ideas is not making me depressed. Low points are just part of the process. The fact that you think I am frustrated or broken says more about you than about me. I realize that this doesn't make sense to you just yet, which is fine. You're not my problem to solve, but I do hope that one day it clicks and that you make peace with this thing you are wrestling.
I'm afraid that I did something really stupid because I don't like myself.
And when you finally see what I'm talking about, don't say anything. What that means. Every Coda needs a hug. Wait, there's a black mist. Oh, this puzzle again. Wait, this time there's no...
That's why I'm releasing this collection of your work. Is because
Where's the
I
switch?
haven't been able to find any other way to reach you. I've tried everything.
Oh, shit.
And so a part of me has hope that if I put this compilation out into the world, and if I put my name on it, that maybe
Where is the
so that it'll find
switch?
its way to you.
Oh,
so that I can
fuck.
tell you that I'm sorry. I know I screwed up. If I apologize to you truly and deeply, will you start making games again? Please, I need to feel okay with myself again. And I always felt okay as long as I had your work to see myself in. I mean, is something wrong with me? Because I know that I did an awful thing, and I'm doing it again right now. Like, I'm showing people your work, but I can't stop myself from doing it.
Out.
That's how badly I need to feel something again, like I'm an addict. There has to be something wrong with me. Can I apologize? What if I tell you I was wrong? Will that work? Will that fix it? I don't know. I don't think it will, but there's nothing else that I can do. Just tell me what you want. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please, start making games again. Please help me. Please give me some of whatever it is that makes you complete. I want whatever that wholeness is that you just summoned out of nothing and you put into your work. You were complete in some way that I never was. I want to know I want to know how to be a good person. I want to know how not to hate myself. Please. I'm fading.
Shit. The room is getting smaller.
Is to know that I'm going to be okay.
I just noticed the room is getting smaller. Everyone needs a in the game needs a big hug. I'm genuinely scared. It's crazy. The voice acting this is crazy. Dude, I swear I don't remember this game to be this sad. I was gonna be like, oh, funny, in the game there's also another coda, you know? And I don't remember this game being this sad. Yeah, my bad. Probably not the best game to play for a debut. But now you guys know a little something about me, which is the point of a debut, right?
More love, more praise,
Hey.
more people telling me that I'm good. Always more. It's like a disease.
Now it's a complete different game. It's not even about coda right now.
Solution.
Whoa. I don't really think he was voice acting. Yeah, it is. Yeah. I think so too, actually, yeah.
Yes, if someone had told me ahead of time that he just really enjoyed making prison games, maybe I wouldn't have thought he was so desperate. I wouldn't have told so many people that he was depressed.
Right.
Maybe he just likes making prisons.
I remember this debut forever. Oh, it's been a good time, yeah. I'm glad that this
Even
debut
now,
is memorable.
The disease is telling me to stop. Don't show people what a shitty person you are. They'll
This is
hate
the...
you.
Oh, okay. Oh, I gotta take a deep breath there. Deep breath. Eh? Oh. What in the... Feels like I'm caving.
If I knew that my life depended on finding something to be driven by other than validation, what would that even be?
This is creepy, yeah.
It's strange, but the thought of not being driven by external validation is unthinkable. Like, I actually cannot conceive of what that would be like.
I mean, you can always... I don't know, I feel like it is possible, no? I mean, especially like for example, like artists. I know artists that paint for the sake of like themselves.
What now?
Painting for painting. It's completely fine to, you know, do things just for the sake of doing.
I think I need to go. And
Right.
sorry, because I know you said that I would be here and I would walk you through this, but I'm starting to feel like I have a lot of work to do.
What kind of work, Davey?
So
I draw for funny and appreciation.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Me literally doing commission work right now. So I have a sketch of you pregnant. Okay, well, just somehow I feel compelled to walk through the gates, even though you don't have to. It's weird, isn't it? Like in game design. Such a serene place. Justin, everyone's being disappointed in you. That's kind of crazy. Wee. Oh. It's like the recording of a message. Yeah. Which makes it one of a kind, no? I don't think I've ever seen or played a game quite like this. Because even though there's a lot of story-driven games, there's not a lot of non-fiction story-driven games, you know? Especially not something that's so relatable, like so real, I guess. Something that hits really close to home. This feels real. Yeah, exactly. The post is... Oh, the lamppost is gone! Yeah, this time... So maybe this time... Oh yeah, this time he didn't add it. Oh, isn't that... That's the same thing Ah, okay. You can even hear the birds chirping as well. A lot less like a game, more of an experience. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I wanted to. I think that's the perfect way to describe it. It's like an experience, right? It's not really a game. There's no destination. Yeah. There's this at least. Would you give yourself? Whoa! Goosebumps. What the fuck? What the fuck? Is this life? Is this life? Oh my god. Yeah. This is actually scary. I don't know, I feel like at this point, it's like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm even I don't know what I'm even saying right now. Look at this.
Turn back from this cave. You said, let me prove that I'm brave. Let me keep going.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Cave goes for miles and
Miles.
and miles. And you're so tired, but I know that you're strong.
The music is so good.
Turn back,
Dun, dun,
turn
dun,
back.
dun, dun. There we go. Imagine falling this. It's kind of beautiful. All comes back to the laser. Yeah, exactly. It came full circle. But was he real? The thing is, if it was real, I think it'll be illegal because you have to pay for this game. So, and it's illegal to take someone's work and then sell it for money, you know? Turn back to a criminal with the broken heart. That's crazy. But I think personally that old Coda is surely proud of who you are right now. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, we've come a long way, right? Yeah. It's an interesting debut, right? Cried real hard when Davey started hitting that tone. Real. I like your review. Thank you for the game. Yeah, I've been wanting to show this to people for the longest time, and obviously it's so hard to get people to, oh, watch me play this game. Watch me play this game. I want to show you this game. But obviously, some people would say that, oh, it's stupid. Remember, like in the house cleaning game, right? So being able to have this platform to sort of share my story and maybe hopefully someone can relate, I feel like is really a blessing, to know that there are other people that feel the same way. At least this goes down to history. Hell yeah, beautiful debut. I'm glad you like it. It's amazing. I feel like I could relate. My perspective, imagine this whole thing when I'm trying to sleep. This is what I'm talking about, right? When we started, I told you that we're gonna end, like, you're gonna be thinking a lot by the end, and you're gonna have to grab some tissues. And yeah, that was Coda's debut. I'm thinking so much that I don't even have things to say. Exactly. And I think it's fine. You don't have to say anything, you can just lie down on your bed and think about this whole experience and, you know, what you can take from it. Thank you all for coming. This was a wonderful debut. Wonderful, wonderful. Could not have asked for a better one. And yeah, that's it. Let's raid. Okay, bye-bye.